Okay, so hopefully final cut. The first cut, there's a couple of things that I got to mention, and it's one of those things that I was just like not happy with it at all, and I'm not happy with the lighting. Over here, that should be good enough. Um, but also there was something that I noticed after about my channel, and that's why I'm gonna do an actual full-fledged channel update. Usually it's just going over the schedule, but calling it a channel schedule update sounds super weird. But this is an actual channel update, and I'll go over my schedule after. But the big update is that I got over 800 views on the most recent video. But it was a gaming short. It was like a little game, Saints Row 2 glitch. It was a glitch from Saints Row 2. And I didn't expect that. I just uploaded like, hey, let's upload, because I like to do at least one video per week. And I wasn't sure if I wasn't sure, but when I was going to go shopping. I wasn't 100% sure, so I was like, let's upload a video when I normally upload them. It usually take later, but still. So I still get that, routine, because that's what I'm told to do. And I was just uploading to upload it. It's like, yeah, it's kind of funny glitch too, like doing those kind of things. A little short, 5 seconds basically. It's like a minute, not even. And then I check right after I upload this video. I'm like, oh my god, over 800. It's like 759 at that point. Like, oh my god, and it keeps going up too. It's one of those things that just stays at 750. So some of you that are maybe wondering if I'm gonna just do gaming from now on and only worry about the views and want to get more views and want to build up my channel or put everything to a second channel or third channel at this point. And no, I'm gonna do comic hauls and gaming videos, because I'm not a huge YouTuber yet, so I'm not too concerned about views and algorithms and this and this and that and that and that and this. I don't think I'll ever get too serious about YouTube. As being brutally honest about it, I'm not going to ever get serious about YouTube. So it's just going to be a whole smorgasbord of things. I do also do streams, which also seem to rank up the views too. So that's that. But I do like also doing the comic hauls, and to do that to a second channel, it's just so stupid. Especially because I can't do a post anywhere that anyone would see it, because YouTube doesn't allow that yet because of bots and all that stupid shit that my cousin can explain way better than I can. It has to do with bots and everything. But yeah, I'm not gonna do like a second channel and then wait for views and wait for this. And no, I'm glad I'm a good spot right now to just do what I want to do without having to worry about algorithms and this and this and that. So that's that. But let's get into the comics. I've kept you hostage for 3 minutes now without showing any of the comics, and all of you have probably skipped to this part of the video anyways, which isn't good because you don't know what's going on. And it's one of those things that I don't think any of you guys really cared about. I'm just, for those who may be curious. And it's also for those who are new to my channel because they saw that Saints Row 2 glitch video and may have subscribed for more. But that is it. That's all. That's the channel update. But now here's the comic haul. Starting with Elektra, Black, White, and Blood, Issue 1. Now, not a lot of people seem to like these kinds of books, and I had to ask them why. A lot of them don't like the artwork. It's, oh, black and white, it's so annoying. But I don't mind it. It's stylish at times, honestly. And it really fits with the characters they give the Black, White, and Blood treatment to. Or the black, yeah, that too, I guess you could say. They also do the harder edge characters too, like Elektra. When was the last time she has an ongoing right now? But before then, when was the last time she had an ongoing? It was like years ago. I don't even think she's gotten one in 2010s. At least one that was popular enough to warrant lasting for longer than wait. Then maybe like 12 issues at that. So in the Carnage too, like yeah, we had absolute Carnage and Extreme Carnage now, but it's just one of those things I feel like they should give it to smaller characters. And it's also 4 issues too. It's 4 issues. And the best part about it, you can just read this as your first Elektra book. And then get into the character and read more. And then you can come back to this. And then there's more of a legacy kind of feeling to it. To people who have read a lot of Elektra, because there's a lot of like notes. There's a lot of like flashbacks, sequences. You're like, oh yeah, I'm taking place in this issue. And that's like... And remember this, it's kind of like one of those things, too. And finally, it's just a palate cleanser, you know? There's not a whole lot of continuity. You don't have to read a whole bunch of Electra books beforehand. You don't need to go through... You don't need to read 5,000 articles about the correct reading order of Electra. No, you can just pick this up and there you go. It's a nice little comic for those who just want to get into the character without having to worry about reading 5,000 other comics beforehand. And, just spending all their money on that rather than, a bunch of other stuff too. Variety and all that. Next one up is Black Widow issue 13. Probably the only... It's kind of funny, but when I get the 13th issues of a series, it's just like pure coincidence, not pure coincidence, but I guess you would say coincidence, but just so happens to happen. I'll get the next issue of it that same day. Like Something That's Killing the Children, I got issues 13 and 14 the same day. And Department of Truth, I think I also got that the same day. Although I think that was... No, it was not Amazon. I was gonna get on Amazon. But I don't like getting a... Oh, Texas Blood. That was the book I was supposed to get today. Well, I couldn't get it anyways. Yeah, I forgot to get that one. That's fine. I don't think they would have even had it, honestly. But yeah, but I don't like getting the volumes. I don't get the next issues. I like being caught up when I get the series. If I'm getting a volume, if I'm getting like an ongoing series, I'm getting it by volume. I want to be a completist to get them all. I mean, unless it has 14,000 volumes, then I'll just be fine with getting one per one. But yeah, and I know it's a long explanation, but that's how I am, and that's why I did that for Department of Truth, and for other series too, like Once and Future, which we'll see later. Dark Ages issue 4. Now, funny story. I thought that we had already gotten issue 4, and we didn't. I actually was like, oh, they only get 2 issues, and I checked, no, I have all 3 issues, and it was 3 issues so far, and then I was like, oh, okay. Because last time, my last comic haul, hell, I probably even mentioned it, I forgot to get, I didn't see Dark Ages last time, but it was just a few weeks. It could get gotten delayed. It's possible it got delayed. Next one up is Eternals issue 9. Now, this is another funny story, how I thought that, well, I guess it's only 37, and they count all the issues of Eternals. That's not right, though. We had more than that, right? I think we have. Anyways, I thought issue 9 was the one I was supposed to get last time. When I saw issue 8, I was like, oh, because I was doing the math wrong. And I was like, oh, man, I got the same issue twice. I wasted $3.19. I get my discount, so it's $3.19, not $3.99, which is a huge saver if you get 5,000 books today like I did. But what was I gonna say? I totally lost train of thought. Oh, and I did the math wrong because I didn't include the one shots. They had 2 one shots. There's 3, and we'll see the other one. But I got 2 one shots and added 2 issues, so I just was doing the math completely wrong. But that's the whole story behind that. And I just remember how pissed off I was and how relieved I was after. I was like, oh, issue 9 isn't coming out till later on. Okay. And then here's the one shot, which I took forever to get, and that's Eternals Forever with the one shot by Ralph Macchio. The reason for that is it's completely unrelated to the ongoing series. You don't have to read this to know what's going on with the Eternal series. But it was also just like... and I was mulling over it a bit because I'm like, I don't need it. And then I heard Ralph Macchio isn't the best writer nowadays, and like even though he's a veteran writer, he's still like it's like Chris Claremont. When he comes back to write a book, it's really bad. I thought it was gonna be like that, but turns out it was just good reads. It's not colliding, but like I don't know, but a trusted source said that that Ralph Macchio was a good name to get, which is why I got the Eternals book is about to fall. So yeah, it was that. It was not colliding. I don't know what the word was. This next one I was so happy to find because it's one of those books. There's a few of them here. I think they're all gonna be like within like on the same pile, like in order. In a row, there you go, in a row. But of ones that I'd be so disappointed if I didn't get, like that would have ruined the whole entire comic haul. And that's Robin and Batman 3 of 3. So happy to get this one, because not only is the last issue in this mini-series, and not only is it by Jeff Lemire, but it's a critically acclaimed series from everyone. Everyone agrees this is a damn good series and a series worth buying, even though it's $5.99. It's a pretty thick book. See, I understand why this is $5.99, but I don't get why this is $3.99. Actually, this is $4.99. No, $3.99. It should not be $3.99. It should be $1.99. And before you guys in the comments say, "Oh, well, I don't mind paying that much for a book," well, just realize that like they could do that, but Marvel and DC and all these publishers decide not to for no reason. And they could. People have proven in the past. They've actually done the math, and they said, yes, you would still make money if you sold it for $1.99. Yeah, I know comics are failing nowadays. I mean, depending on who you listen to, maybe they're not, but no, they're actually failing, because there's a lot of evidence to prove that they are failing nowadays. And they're not going to do that. But they could, and we'd at least get some people back on track. Because I feel like some people are scared. Some people are scared away by, the prices. And I'm not going to make the trade. That's too stupid. That's stupid. And it's too long from there, But I have FOMO, so I get them all right when they come out. I mean, the series that, I'll have to... The non-ongoing series, for the most part. I'll explain after, Mark will explain now. For the most part, I get series that either I got the issue 1 of the first series, or it's a mini-series that's completely unrelated to, it's kind of like its own. It's not connected to the continuity of the ongoing series. So I can read that as my first comic in a while. I'll have to get all the Batman books to know what's going on with Batman and Robin, Next one is House of Slaughter, and that really, really saves me money. House of Slaughter issue 4. You can tell this is a different cut because I already have this in a Mylar. No matter what, I always put my Something is Killing the Children issues in Mylars. That and 3 Jokers are the only 2 series I have in Mylars and I will be keeping in Mylars. Batman 3 Jokers, I just thought, kind of stupidly, if I more and more I think about it, that it'd be worth a lot of money, but it won't be. But Something is Killing the Children is a series that everyone's reading, and the first issue, even if you have like the 60th printing, is worth more than you paid for it initially. Well, more than cover price at least. So I put them all in Mylar no matter what, because you never know what issue has the first appearance of a character that becomes like a minor character that becomes big as the series goes along. You never know. And that, again, another issue that I was happy to get. I wouldn't have. These next few, if they were the only ones I could find, I'd be fine with it. Once in Future 24 is also one of those books. Once in Future, I wanted to say that actually did look this up. There's no issue 25 solicited, and if you go by the trades, Volume 4 is 19 to 24. So, or 1824, whatever the last volume left off. I think it's 1924, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, it makes sense. 6 issues in 1 volume. So, I almost want to say that's the last issue for at least a while. Might even be the last issue of the series. And that was another reason why I wanted to get this, is because it's the last issue in the volume. Now, sometimes Boom Studios, what they'll do is they'll wait till the last issue of the trade comes out, and they'll wait for the trade to come out, and then they'll continue, but I'm not 100% sure. I've seen them do that a couple times in the past, but with some exceptions, so I don't know if that's on purpose or not. But, yeah, as of right now, no issue 25 solicited, but there is also none for issue 5 of this series, so it might just be, but I didn't look it up I didn't look up anywhere else besides Amazon for House of Slaughter. And usually when I look it up on other places, I'll find issue 5 and when it's coming out. Get Joker number 3 has been delayed forever. I think it's coming out March 1st, which, duh, I don't know why I thought it wasn't coming out March 1st. So maybe it's going to be one of those things where it just gets delayed. 5th issue of House of Slaughter. I don't know. Task Force Z issue 4. See, now this one, issue 5 is coming out like any last week of February. So I might go either then or March 1st. Probably the week of March 1st. Because there's a book coming out March 1st that I want to get on Amazon. And I probably pre-ordered it that previous week. It's Man of Steel Volume 4. Cannot wait. It's gotten delayed so damn many times, and it's also like one of the most awaited books of mine, because it's the last volume of John Byrne's run. And I can binge read the entire series, or its entire run. So yeah, it was Task Force Z issue 4, and DC versus Vampires number 4. Again, all these, the last few were all ones that I was like, I'm getting these, and if I can only find those, then so be it. I'll still be satisfied. I really would have been, because I could have gotten some trades. I don't know if I mentioned in this cut, but I missed out again on Newbury Comics' is buy one, get one half off sale on trades. And spoilers, there's no trades in here. It's all floppy comics. These are floppy comics. Single issue books. And I was fine with that, it's like, I'd rather get caught up on series, and it wasn't a whole lot of trades that I wanted. There was something I was like, I cannot leave this behind, so I'm fine with them. And what I'm planning on do, because there's no books coming out this week, is just get those 2 other books that I was like, I want these and I want these now. But yeah, DC vs. Vampires issue 4 of 12. Now, I like that they say, hey, there's gonna be 12 issues in this limited series. Some of them they're limited series. They don't say how many issues there's gonna be. And it's like, why not do that? It's a limited series. Why not tell me how many issues there's gonna be? Okay. Aquaman and Green Arrow Deep Target number 4. Almost didn't see this at first. Now, because I haven't gone for a month, I don't know if I mentioned that either. I might have, might not have. I'm not 100% sure. But just in case I didn't, I haven't gone to Newbury Comics in over a month. Yes, over a month. So it's a lot of weeks I was behind on. So it was kind of like, what books came out this week? I didn't know what books came out which week. So I'm glad I actually checked to see, and I did find it, obviously. But it was in the wrong. I was looking in the wrong section. Cannot wait for this movie to come out. I'm kind of trying to see that opening day. 3-hour movie though. It's gonna be a long movie to sit through. I think DC's longest movie, theatrically, at least. I know their longest movie of all time is the Snyder Cut of Justice League. It's 4 hours long. Still have not gotten that Blu-ray yet, though. I'm waiting. I don't think they'll ever make one, but I'm waiting till they do a Blu-ray plus digital, because I want that digital code. Even though it does matter, because I want to watch it on a laptop, not on my small-ass Blu-ray player. I could watch it on the TV downstairs, but everyone uses that TV. So, I'd have to do it on a day that or just watch it with someone that wants to see the movie, but don't have a lot of people not in the family that like the same superhero shit, But Dark Knights of Steel issue 3 and issue 4, you can tell how far behind I was. I should not be double checking now to make sure I was issues 3 and 4, even though I knew that already. We're talking. There shouldn't be any talking. Everyone's quieting down. Except for me. But yeah, this one says 12 issues. There's one coming up that doesn't say anything about that. And this one makes sense. It's not going to say, because it's a cardstock variant. This is Batman the Knight issue 1 at a pretty overpriced $5.99. It's bullshit. See, this isn't like, let's do a comparison. Yeah, it seems a bit longer, but not really. And I get that this is $4.99 if I got this cover, which I couldn't find the normal cover for it. I was forced to get the cardstock variant, which I was fine with, but still makes no sense. Like, come on, guys. Now, this one says limited series on it, but doesn't tell you how many issues are going to be in the series, and that's monkey prints. Now, why the hell did I get monkey prints? Why did I get monkey prints? No, I'm just kidding. Gene Luen Yang. I really like his writing. I liked his Shang-Chi. I kind of enjoyed his Dragon Hoops. I really liked it, and I really liked his American-Born Chinese book, even if I was somewhat disappointed it didn't follow the same narrative. It was a bunch of different stories. It's like an anthology book of sorts that did not need to be an anthology, but I'm pretty satisfied with its work. And this one looked interesting enough, so I was like, you know what, let's get this one. I wasn't originally gonna get it, but I was like, yeah, the hell with it. According to Comic List, it hasn't come out yet, and it wasn't because they're saying coming out next week. It's not one of those things it's not one of those things like, oh, they're getting a second printing. No, it's issue 1. It's weird. Now this series has a bit of a story to it, so I don't know why I'm saying like that, but you just, and it's gonna be a little bit long, but you should stick around because I'm gonna tell you how to get a free book legally. Now, this is World of Krypton by Robert Vendettis. Robert Venditti, issues 1, 2, and 3. Now, why did a guy who doesn't like when the Superman books take place in Krypton get World of Krypton? Well, that's because not too long ago, I think it was right when this issue 1 came out, or was coming out. It was coming out. DC Comics gave us World of Comixology, Kindle, whatever you want to say, gave us the digital version of the original Many Worlds of Krypton series, the book containing 6+ issues for free. Free. It's not Prime reading, not Kindle Unlimited, no. Free. Absolutely FREE. Free. And I was like, holy shit. And it's not a series that, like, I would read anyways, but I got it for free, so I'm gonna read it, obviously, now. It's John Byrne, too, so I was gonna get it either way, because I'm a John Byrne completist. Once Man of Steel Volume 4 comes out, I'm gonna double check to make, double, triple, quadruple check, to make sure that I have all of Superman by John Byrne in collected edition, or in here, or there, or whatever. I'm just make sure I have them all somewhere, so I can read them all, do a huge-ass binge read of his entire run, including all the spin-offs and all that junk. And World of Krypton was one of those series that I was like, do I have to get that? It's World of Krypton. And they gave it to me for free. Not gave it to me personally, obviously, just gave it to all of us. I don't know why, because it's a book. Marvel, and it's not, because Marvel did that back in the day, but it was because of the pandemic. It was like when we were all in lockdown, and even DC was just like, here's an issue of Batman. This is an issue of Batman. Here's an issue of Batman for free. Here's an issue of Superman. This is Superman. Here's an issue of Superman for free, and there you go. That's that. And Marvel was like, hey, you know that Civil War movie? Yeah, here's the original comic book for free. Again, digitally. You know that And they gave us all of, at a time, every single Black Panther book for free. Yeah, you had to get the individual issues in my head, and that ate up so much storage on my iPad, but it's worth it. But DC never gives you trades for free. Especially, well, again, digitally. They never give you free digital trade. It's always comics, it's always a free comic book day, never the trades. So honored to get that issue for free. Even if it was a series, I wasn't gonna read not anyways, because I am gonna read it. But yeah, I want to get the new World of Krypton series, so I read that one first. That's the one I actually want to read. But I've heard it is kind of boring from people that have the same gripes about Superman that I do. But I'll stick it out. It's 6 issues. Who cares? I've gotten worse, Department of Truth, issue 15. Yeah, they do not just put it... They should put it right here. Not right here. Not right here. But they want to make it look cool, I guess. Or have an aesthetic. Doesn't even show on the back, does it? It does not. It does. It does. It feels so stupid. Rain, issue 1. Looks like one of those books by Joe Hill. Joe Hill is one of those writers that I'm like, alright, I'm getting it, whatever. He's a damn good writer. When he did his Joe Hill House line of comics from DC, the ones that he wrote were the best ones. Plunge wasn't too great, but Basketful of Heads was a knockout. And I could not find the sequel series, the next few issues of the sequel series, which kind of made me angry. But it's written by a different writer. I think this is his first Image series, but yeah, based on that cover, it looks like one of those books. But again, Joe Hill. It might be one of those books I break my rule with waiting till issue 2 comes out to read this issue, because I don't want to get too much of series I don't like. I broke that with the Thing series, and I hated that Thing series, so that was a nice way of saving money. Now, this one is one that is a prime example of why you should keep on looking up to make sure a series, unless the publisher tells you, to make sure that your series you're on is not a mini-series. Because I would have missed out on the next 2 issues of Noctera. This is the Blacktop Bill special issue. Still $3.99, maybe $4.99 if it was Marvel, even if it was the same amount of pages. And issue 7. That 30-year anniversary sticker there. Not sticker, but you know what I mean. Seal. That's what we call it. Yeah. It's by Scott Snyder, and a lot of people are liking the series. Tony S. Daniel, he's the artwork for this issue cover. It's nice. Yeah, that was just like a series I was like, I got volume 1, so I'm getting the rest of the series. And it was a bit of a hiatus, kind of. But Image Comics is weird about, like, telling you whether or not an issue was an ongoing. Of course, if I looked it up, it would say an ongoing, but I don't trust it unless I see for certain that the next issue is coming out. Now, this series is a prime example of why you should never give up hope on a series that's on a hiatus, because we finally, and you guys already know what I'm going to talk about if you are on a series. But finally, we got the next issue of Saga. Now, I am super far behind on Saga. Super far behind. So, it doesn't really matter to me, but... And this is the one... And this also is the one exception I will give to an SJW comic. This is my favorite SJW comic, because it's so damn good. I was like, I had read the first 2 volumes at my local library, and after that I was like, I need more now. Like, it was that series I just could not stop thinking about, and it was almost like other series paled in comparison. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm reading this book, I really wish I was reading Saga. When I got that compendium, I'm surprised I didn't read it all in one sitting, honestly. That's how good the Saga is. And what's ironic is the other time I've had that, like, obviously more times I've had that reaction to that, but the other one was Runaways, also written by Brian K. Vaughan. Again, ironic that it was another series that I was like, I was surprised. I was surprised I didn't read it all in one sitting. I think I read like 3 issues in one day of Runaways, the first volume anyways. Stray Dogs, Dog Days, issue 2. I almost forgot this one, but I was doing my, like, the math, and I saw the corner of my eye, so I was adding them all up, and I saw the corner of my eye, I was like, oh, there's Stray Dogs, and it was also Saga, too. But Saga, I didn't think I'd find Saga. I thought I'd have to get it on the Kindle. And also, another great thing, thick book like this, because it feels pretty thick, $2.99. That's proof. Proof. At least $2.99. Why can't you guys do that? DC used to do it no problem. Now, this one makes sense why it's $4.99. It's a pretty thick book. I think it's actually like what you get from like a $5.99 book from other publishers like DC and Marvel. But this is like a critically acclaimed series everyone's loving. Jim Valentino gave a quote on it. Now, I think it's just maybe this is the last issue, because I think it was just 2 issues of Dog Days. I don't know if they're gonna do like with like a lot of Dark Horse series, especially the Mike Mignola ones. They'll do like issues 1 through 5 of Volume 4. It's called this, like Volume 4, The Witches of East End. You know, they'll do Volume 4 of that, and they'll call it that. and maybe The Witches of East End, volume, issues 1 to 4, issues 1 to 5 or 4. They ain't too picky. And finally, Geiger Issue 1. 80 pages for $7.99. That's a damn good price. Another one of those books that I thought that we weren't getting any more of Geiger. I thought it was just a 6-issue miniseries, even though we were selling it for $9.99. So no way in hell they do that. Now, but it's funny. They're advertising a DC series on the back of the book, but I think because the series is written by the comic series is written by Jeff Johns. So now, what was that thing I wanted to mention that I didn't mention? I forgot to mention. Maybe I probably did, but there was an image. It was like I want to say it was like a source book or something like that. I thought it was free, so I was going up. I was like, okay, here's my comics, and the guy was bringing them all up. He was like, okay, $95. I was like, that's not right. I was in the math. That's not right. I mean, I was like, okay, I'll put this one back, this one back. I was like, wait, that image one. Is that free? Because it should have been free. It was like, no, $7.99. I was like, take it out. I didn't say it like that. Yeah, that was bullshit. Why would Image pay you $7.99 for like a guide? It was a guidebook to their most critically acclaimed series, or it's a celebration book. It just made no sense. That turned out it's worth a lot of money. Probably will be. Knowing me. But it was dumb. There's no reason I need to get that. I was celebrating 30 years of Image, and I was telling you all about their series, but it was like a pretty long book, but it was just like telling you about the series. You could get that anywhere for free, you know? Like you could look up on Wikipedia, Image Comics, and get their entire catalog of books and read all about their books, and it's like 400 pages worth of book for free, online. No way in hell, no way that should have been for free, too. Not for free. Yes, for free, but also legally. So why are they going to pay you something that you can just get online for free? Legally. Yes, I know you can get comics for free, but it's not legal. And it's also stupid because they have like a bunch of viruses. You don't usually get the virus looking up more information on Saga on Wikipedia. Unless you get unlucky. But for the most part, you're all set. So why would they have charged you $7.99 for a Wikipedia article? Yeah, it's all true too, but just so many reasons for why that was the stupidest thing for Image Comics to do. But that's it. All of my comics, they're all weekly books, and I'm fine with that, but I mean, it's still like kind of annoying, you know? And we're going for 32 minutes. Oh my god. It's one of those things, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, we're only going for 15 minutes, and looking at it, it's 32 minutes. And sometimes I look at the clock, and I'm like, or the timer, I'm like, oh, it's got to be going on for 30 minutes. I'm like, nope, 20 minutes. Alright, I've held you hostage long enough. I hope I've mentioned everything. Oh, one last thing. Schedule. I don't know when I'm going to be doing my December haul or my January haul. So, because the reason why for December haul is because we're waiting for family on my dad's side of the family to do Christmas. Still not done Christmas on the dad's side of my family. We're waiting for that, which is taking a long time because things keep coming up. So, no idea when we're going to do that. The reason why I'm waiting for that is just in case, I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is my cousin on my dad's side of the family is going to do that smorgasbord of those, like, you know, single issues, you know, and it's comics, you know, so I'll show that. And I don't think I'll get a gift card from them. I don't think, at least. Be nice if I got, like, an actual trade from them. Be really nice. And it was, like, a trade that, like, it's like a volume 1 of a series I want to get into. But I don't think so. Oh, it could be. If the Image, because like, Image volume 1, some are $10. And they definitely spent a lot more than $10 on those books they got me last time. So let's say they spent $100 on me last time. Maybe like come out and trade for that. I don't know how much they spent on me. It's not a question you ever ask. But yeah. So I don't know when I'm gonna go. I want to wait till I get that, till we see them to do my December haul and my Christmas haul, my January haul. My January haul I could do now, but it's luckily weird then to do my January haul before my December haul. Even if all the books from January are all in. But that's the whole explanation behind that. I just realized January I got no weekly books. Shows you how long in advance I went to Newbury Comics. That's it. Oh, and sometime this week, hopefully, Library Hall. But that's about it. And maybe a comic hall. Maybe. That I'm just unsure of. Because what I plan on doing is making sure that there's no books coming out the following week. But I may just wait. I may just wait till the final week of February to go shopping anyways. That's it.